Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I want to talk about a couple things I found while looking at antique stores. I do love garage sales and church sales and, antiquing occasionally. I don't always have time for it, but I was out and about with my wife. We're doing some grocery shopping, getting a couple things for the house, and we had a little bit of extra time, and we saw that there was an antique store we like going to. They had a 30% off discount for all of March. So we spent a few minutes in there looking around and found some interesting things. She found a couple records. She does have a record player and likes to, build a little record collection. And I found this stuff. So I'm sharing it with you and talking about it a little bit. So the first thing that I saw, which caught my eye, was this knife. Some of you guys will probably remember this knife. This is a CRKT Edgie. This is a slip joint. All right, no locking mechanism on here at all. It has a chisel ground blade. All right, so it's only sharpened on one side. And what makes this an interesting knife is the fact that it's self-sharpening. I believe it's the first, folding knife that has a self-sharpening system in it. I don't know if they've ever came out with a different, different company. I believe there was an Edgie too, which is the same concept but different design. But I don't think any other company's ever done anything like this. Does it work? Kind of. And how it works is inside the frame of the knife, there's a angled sharpening plate. I believe it's just diamond coated. And when you shut this knife, nothing happens, right? But if you squeeze it, I don't know if you can hear that, the edge is rubbing on that sharpening surface. So it's actually sharpening the knife. I did do a review of this knife, and that's the reason that I ended up buying this, is because it was kind of a blast from the past for me. This was one of the first knives I ever reviewed on YouTube. In fact, the video is still up. If you search CRKT Edgie, E-D-G-I-E, my video pops up from 2008. So I reviewed this knife over a decade ago, and here it is again. They were selling this for $11, and with the 30% off, I think it was $8 or something. So it was a good deal in my opinion. This one is used but not abused. And it's just a cool little, like I said, blast from the past. Long traded, I'm sure. I don't know whatever happened to the first one. I could only assume that I ended up trading it. But yeah, I mean, these originally sold for like 20 bucks. I believe you could still find them in some websites. If you're interested in this, besides eBay, some dealers probably still have new old stock. And originally I'd say it was like $20, $18, somewhere around there. So to find one 10 years later for half the price in pretty good condition, I'm happy with that. So yeah, just a pretty interesting piece of knife history for me, for sure. So this one will stick with me. I'm probably not going to trade this off or anything. It just makes for a fun little story, Like the knife, it was very interesting 10 years ago, and here we go, I have another one. So that was cool, the most exciting of all these things. But of course, you guys know I have a huge bottle opener collection, so I also found another one, different design. It's nice because this has kind of a screwdriver / pry tool on the end. You can use this to lift the tabs on cans if you wanted to. Usually right after I cut my fingernails, for some reason I'm always opening a can or something, and I can't grab that tab. It digs down under the fingernail and it hurts. So using something to pry it up is pretty easy. But anyway, I got this one because it's Pabst Blue Ribbon, which I used to like when I was drinking beer. It was a good cheap beer, the beer of quality. But yeah, just very, very historical Pabst Blue Ribbon, PBR, good stuff. And this one they were selling for $1 plus a 30% off discount, so 70 cents. But that was a cool little addition. Next thing I found was this. Now, I've never seen one of these before because I had the bottle opener. I said, all right, cool, I'll get it. This was also $1, so it ended up being 70 cents. Might be hard to make out here, but this says Easy Lift. All right, there's also a patent number on there. So I looked up the patent number because I originally thought this was the same, like using this as a pry tool. I originally assumed, wrongfully, that this would go underneath a lift cap, and you push this down, it would help lift up that cap. But it's not the purpose of this. This is actually a tool that was designed for opening jar lids. All right, a lot of people use this for canning. Here's a bowl jar. So basically you put this in between the lip and the lid and squeeze down. In that particular case, I totally popped it off. But usually you don't have to lift that hard. What this is really good for, besides stuck lids, well, it's mostly for stuck lids, but number one, if you get a brand new jar and there's that vacuum seal and you just can't pop it, you can use this to lift it and you'll hear that air, hiss out, and that'll relieve that vacuum pressure so it's easier to open. And also, if you just have old jars like jelly or something where like the inside lid is kind of crusted with the old food, I know it sounds gross, but it's a realistic thing that happens, that will also help to lift it up. All right, so any jars you can't open, you could break the seal or break the food seal, I guess you'd say, and just makes it easier to open. So pretty interesting design, and definitely something I didn't have. So different bottle opener. So it's cool, learned about something, never knew about that. And the last thing here is a lighter. I got this because it's, I believe, a tamper for a pipe. It has a little P on it. All right, it's a butane lighter. The bottom actually unscrews, reveals where to fill it. And unfortunately, I am out of butane fuel, so I was not able to test to see if this is working or not. But yeah, interesting. It's cool. It's got a little pot clip on there. So we'll see if it works. Eventually I have to get some more fuel anyway. But yeah, the idea is to have your pipe lighter, you know, and you can use the bottom as a tamper, tamp down your pipe. Thought that was cool. They're asking $2 plus a 30% off discount. So a couple things, relatively cheap. The knife was the most exciting. Any chance I get to get old bottle openers, that's cool. Learned about a new tool I never, seen before. Let me know if you guys have this. A lot of times these old tools, they'll be sitting in your grandparents' drawers, maybe your mother's drawer. You know, if you found something like this around before, let me know. If you didn't know what it was, now you do. This is a specific tool for opening jars. Pretty cool. It's interesting. So yeah, the most exciting thing, like I said, was the Edgie. Like I said, blast from the past, very workable knife. The self-sharpening thing, it kind of works. You know, it's a cool idea. It's an interesting idea. It's not perfect, but I can tell you this one is nice and sharp. I don't know if this was used and sharpened, by itself or what. No idea the history of that, but it's not beat up or anything, so I thought that was a cool find for $8. So yeah, let me know if you guys still have an Edgie. So thanks for watching. If you guys do garage sailing, antique, anything like that, I'd love to hear your latest random find. You guys know I have so many hobbies and such a diverse interest in so many different things. Walking into a garage sale or a church sale, like I said, or anything like that, antique shop, I will always find something that I'm interested in and like. It's just a matter of, do I need it? Because obviously there's tons of things we want, but I don't want to fill my house with a bunch of junk. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Just sharing a couple different items that I found that I thought were interesting. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Maybe learned something, maybe didn't. I don't know. Either way, hopefully it was entertaining. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new video. Have a great day. Take care.